why can't I read my own tarot cards? This is a question I get from a lot of people, and it can be really frustrating if it's something that you're good at for other people, but you're not good at for yourself, right? So why is this happening? What's going on? How do we fix it? What do we do? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say to you is that if you can't read your own tarot cards, you might need a little more experience. You might need a little more work. You might need a little more training. You might be missing some things in your skill set, in your toolbox, in order to be able to read for yourself. Two of the biggest problems I see when you are reading for yourself is your emotional state, right? So sometimes when we get worked up about things, it's very difficult to read our own cards. If you're worried about losing your job, if you're worried about losing your significant other, you had a fight, you're worried about something happening, same situation with friends, you've got a money crisis situation happening. These are all situations that would, make our emotions kind of run out of control, kind of on high alert. And when you are in that state and you're not in a neutral state, it's very challenging to read your own cards. So if this is happening and you need answers, what I will suggest to you is that you phone a friend, right? I have my friends, I call them my psychic hotline. So when I cannot read my own cards and I really need information, I will call one of my dear friends and ask them if they can help me out. And of course, I will always offer to do a reading for them in exchange so that things are balanced, because you never want someone to feel taken advantage of, especially if you're asking them to help you. I've been in this boat a lot of times. I've had a lot of people use me for a 24/7 oracle service, and it doesn't feel good. I don't mind helping people, but I just, as a side note, please make sure that you keep things balanced as a sign of respect for your friends and your colleagues and the people in your circle. Now, so that's one reason you can't read, is if your emotions are sort of supercharged. The other reason is, if you are, maybe you don't have that skill set and you're not ready. Another issue that you might come across if you're reading your own cards is, maybe your emotions are not here, but they're like here, they're still bubbling a little bit, and you sort of want to hear something specific from the cards, right? Like you want to know you're going to get that promotion. You want to know that that guy that you like is going to ask you out, or, whatever it is. You might want to know that your move is going to go smoothly. So there's certain times in life, I think, when we really need to hear a certain outcome. And the issue with that, with reading your own cards, becomes, am I seeing what I want to see, or am I seeing what the tarot is actually showing me? So I think when you are reading your own cards, that's another consideration that you need to be really careful about. And like I said, if you're not sure, check in with somebody that is not emotionally attached to the situation, because I think that's an issue that people do have. I think that's also sometimes why the tarot, it's kind of like an energy and a being within itself. And I think it likes to teach you to read properly for other people and get through all those like loopholes and challenges and situations, so that you know better how to read your own cards when the time is appropriate for you, and sort of when the cards sort of allow you to. That's kind of what I found when I first could read my own cards. That's not to mean that you shouldn't stop trying and practicing and seeing, because one day it'll just pop up like it did for me. I was sitting in my living room, I remember, and I had my cards out on my dining room table, and all of a sudden everything just made sense. It just kind of like came together, and I could read those cards the same way I could read them for my clients. And it was a really exciting moment for me. I thought, wow. And it does make you feel like you've kind of leveled up also as a tarot reader. So it's a very, very cool moment, but it's one that's going to be given to you when you're ready. So if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling confused, this is not an abnormal situation. This is very normal. It's very on par for the course. So, just keep going with it and reading tarot, keep reading tarot for other people, and that will help you get those vibes and that jujus and those things kind of moving along for yourself a little better. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you understand a little bit better what's happening to you. It's not just you. It happens to the best of us. So keep going with what you're doing. Keep practicing. Keep connecting with your deck, and keep enjoying what you do. So until next time, thank you so much for watching, and have an absolutely beautiful day.